Uh, I feel better. Just got back from the bathroom. My bladder feels better now because I did some peeing over there. Whew. Okay, time for another scrapbook video. I'd really like to be done with this today. I don't know. It's already 6:48 p.m. All right, so I'm in the middle of an article talking about the atomic bomb uh, being dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Sweaty head. I'm just going to start the paragraph again because I stopped in the middle of the paragraph. For 60 years, we've survived to the point that the specter of thermonuclear extinction is just one more reminder of our ultimate mortality, a doomsday only slightly less remote in our minds than a falling asteroid. An unstoppable plague. There's another scary thought. An unstoppable plague. It must have been really scary living back in the time of the Black Death, because it killed a lot of people. Um, Slightly less remote in our minds than a falling asteroid, an unstoppable plague, or the abrupt winking out of the sun. The abrupt winking out of the sun. Well, that sounds pretty horrible too. We need the sun. I have heard that in many years in the future, the sun is going to expand and engulf the planet. Will humans even still be on the planet when that happens? What if humans still are on the planet, uh, and we still haven't figured out how to travel to other planets and colonize other planets? That would be the end of us and everything on the planet. That's a scary thought, though. The sun just expanding and just swallowing up the earth, burning up the earth. It's scary to imagine that happening. I wonder if there's anything. I wonder if there's any way that because that I heard that it's predicted that that'll happen in the very far future. I wonder if there's anything that would happen that would accelerate that, where it would the sun would supernova sooner than expected. I wonder if that is even possible, because not much we could do about that. Abrupt winking out of the sun. Well, if the sun just stopped working for whatever reason, I don't know what that would be, but yeah, we need the sun, so that's a scary thought. Can you imagine not having the sun or the moon? We need the moon too. The moon's important. Okay, continuing on with the article here. Today it is the image of planes as bombs, yeah, rather than of planes dropping bombs that is the focus of our fear. September 11th has placed September 11th has replaced August 6th as the day when everything changed. In the popular imagination and the rhetoric of politics, anonymous individuals have replaced malevolent nations as threats to life and livelihood. Yeah, Definitely different from World War II time and before that. But we do well to pause, recalling the moment when an American B-29 took the sun from the sky and dropped it onto the heads of human beings with whom, as the history of the past 60 years affirms, we were having temporary differences. Then give thought to how we are setting our differences. Then give thought to how we are settling our differences today. We may not be extinct, but how much, really, have we learned? One thing that's definitely interesting is movies and stories uh, that involve post-apocalyptic uh, ideas, scenarios. That's the premise. Like the civilization after something really horrible happens, where like the world as we know it is completely different in like a desperate like survival mode kind of situation. It's very interesting because it's a scary thought and very different from the world we know of today. So I find post-apocalyptic stories very interesting. Tice to Vikes. Mike Tice to the Minnesota Vikings. Wake up, Mike Tice says. Coach vents frustration after morning practice. Here's Mike Tice. Soldier pleads guilty to abusing prisoner. Well, this is short. I guess I can read that. An Army interrogator was demoted but spared a prison sentence Thursday for roughing up an Afghan prisoner who later died. Sergeant Selena M. Salcido, 24, pleaded guilty to dereliction of duty and assault, admitting she kicked the prisoner, grabbed his head, and forced him against the wall several times. I just want to apologize to my mother for making her go through this, to you for being in your court, she cheerfully told the military judge. Oh, that's awful. Uh, NATO forces taking over in Afghanistan. I guess I could read that. It's short. A NATO-led international force is set to expand and will be ready to assume responsibility for security across all of Afghanistan by the end of next year, freeing up many of the 17,600 American troops battling militants here, a NATO general said Thursday. The announcement follows a surge in fighting between U.S.-led forces and Taliban rebels ahead of elections next month. Two women charged in London bombing. British police investigating the failed London bombings said Thursday they had charged two women under anti-terror laws. Wishimbet Gurma, 29, and Mulumebet Gurma, 21, of separate addresses in South London were charged with failing to disclose information that could have helped police secure the arrest, prosecution, or conviction of a person involved in terrorism, uh, Metropolitan Police spokeswoman said. Um, Station opens. Some 6,000 police officers patrolled London's streets and sprawling underground system Thursday, 4 weeks after four suicide bombers killed 52 people, while the city's transit system took a step toward normality by reopening the subway station worst hit in the attacks. In need of upkeep. A member of the Evergreen Cemetery Association dusts off an old headstone that has fallen apart after decades of wear and no upkeep. Here's a photo. Trempealeau County investigating death. The Trempealeau County Sheriff's Department was investigating a death Thursday night just off Highway 35, west of the Trempealeau and La Crosse County line near the Van Loon Wildlife Area. Traffic on the highway slowed as deputies from Trempealeau and La Crosse counties and a Holman police officer stood near a white sedan parked off the road shoulder about 8 p.m. A Trempealeau County dispatcher confirmed the death investigation, but no additional information was available. I was born in La Crosse. That's Wisconsin. 4 more American troops killed in Iraq. U.S. Marines inspect the site Thursday where a roadside bomb destroyed their lightly armored vehicle Wednesday, killing 14 Marines and a civilian interpreter in Barwana near Haditha, Iraq. Here's a photo. Okay, here's something disturbing. This whole page is disturbing, but it's 3 separate things. Yeah, I was remembering this from the last time I read this, because I'm redoing these videos because I had accidentally deleted around 60 videos that. So this is the second time I've done this video. First, I'll show the photo of this person. And it says, murder charge filed in dismemberment slaying. Underneath the photo, it says Dennis Gade appears at his sentencing October 7th, 2002 in Fargo, North Dakota. Gade in prison for stealing the identity of a Wisconsin man who disappeared in 2001 is now charged with killing him after an investigation that spanned 3 states, Cass County officials announced Thursday. Alright, I'm going to stop here.